everything I have read in the month of August as a stay-at-home mom. I read about 4 books in the month of August, which is amazing for me. Sorry. I teach my daughter a little bit of Spanish, the Spanish that I know. And here's the thing about me. I don't know Spanish. So, like, little things like it's broken Spanish. She speaks Spanglish, basically, because that's what I speak, and her dad is currently not able to teach her correct Spanish. So we're gonna work with what we got, okay? Yeah. I read 4 books in the month of August, and again, that is amazing for me. Like, that's crazy. I don't read 4 books in 1 month. It's normally broken up or it's on Audible, which one of these books was. So, the first book I finished took me. I started reading it back in, I think, February or March. So it's taken me close to 6 months to finish this book, for the fact that I just graduated high school and I didn't have no time during school, and figuring out my schedule with my husband going to boot camp. Okay, so it's been a little crazy. But yeah, so it took me 6 months to finish A Court of Silver Flames, which is the 5th book of the ACOTAR series. I think it's A Court of Thorns and Roses. I think so. And it follows Feyre's sister, Nesta. So yeah, it follows Feyre's sister, Nesta, and her path with mental health and figuring out how to go on about life, I really enjoyed this book. I rated it 4 out of 5 stars. It would have been 5 out of 5 stars if there was a little bit more plot to it, but I think that it is amazing that we get to see a character deal with mental health in the way that Nesta is going. So I think this book really resonated in me, for the fact that, like, I saw me in a character in a book and I was like, girl, we are the same, so yeah, honestly, I might change it to 5 out of 5 stars, but I still wish there was a little bit more plot to the story than just focusing on Nesta and Cassian, how much they wanted to jump each other's bones, For the second book that I read during August, also took me a little bit to actually commit to and want to read. It is Lights Out by Nevessa. I can't remember her last name. This book, I do feel like you need to be in a good form of mental health. This book can be very heavy, for the fact that both of the main characters have their own mental loads that they deal with, and their own fears that they have to deal with. I rated this book, I think, 3 or 4 out of 5 stars. Again, it did take me a long time to read, for the fact that it was mainly kind of an escape book, but an escape book that I needed to be in a better state of mind to finish and go through with. The first half of Lights Out is very much tension growing between the characters, the 2 main characters, and it's very smutty at the beginning, at the first half. Towards the second half, it is a lot more plot. It is a lot more building up the story, we do get to see a lot more of the characters kind of seeing each other for each other instead of seeing each other for their bodies almost. I'm not saying that they do, but that is kind of how their relationship starts off. So that was really nice. It was actually kind of cutesy to see. Do search up your trigger warnings. Do search up kind of like how their sexy time is, because I didn't, and I was like, whoa, that happened. So yeah, do that. Be better than me. Don't be like me. It will be like what just happened. So yeah. Yeah. The third book I read in the month of August is A House of Beating Wings. I loved this book. I loved this book, okay? Excuse me, that was rude. This book was so, it just sucked you into it, you know? It took about 150 pages of story building before we really started diving into the plot. But with the characters and how they have their own personalities, and the author was able to just make so many personalities that weren't similar, but at the same time just fit so perfectly together. I love that so much, because I do feel like a lot of authors, they make their characters the same. They'll be best friends and they'll be the same person in different fonts. Like, no, you know, like I need different people, same font, you know? What? I need different people, different fonts. I need all of it, you know? And this author really did that. I think her name is Gillian Wildenstein. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, this book, 5 out of 5 stars. I loved it. I know that this book does get backlash for the fact that it did have kind of like a triangle love situation going on there for a second, but then you kind of figure out who you're rooting for. Okay, the banter is there. The banter is there. The just like the overall like this book made me laugh so many times. I love this book. Okay, like I had to force myself to finish it before I went and bought the rest of the series. I bought the novella. I bought the book from his POV. Yes, there's a book from his POV. To all the people who like that, yes, eat that up. Don't look at my nails though. They're not cute. They're not done. I'm gonna get press-ons in like a week. Mind your business. But yeah, that book, so much fun. I loved it so much. It was just amazing. Oh my gosh. So sorry, that was rude. The fourth book that I finished was Guild by Raven Kennedy. I don't really know what to say about this book, honestly. It didn't give a whole lot. It's like the first book to the ACOTAR series. It's a lot of world building. It's a lot of system building, you know. The girl basically fell in love with her kidnapper, basically. And honestly, that annoyed me, because I was like, girl, you're locked in a cage because he made you pretty. Like, no, girl, you need to leave, you know? I ended up finishing the book because it is well written. The character is not a bad person. She may be frustrating, but she's not a bad person. And it was fun to see how she interacted with other characters. There were some fun characters in this book. Yeah, I did not like the main guy. Okay, if there's not another love interest, I'm actually gonna be so mad. I actually am, because I actually kind of want to read the second book. like at the beginning I was like, heck no, I'm done with this series, never want to touch again, leave me alone, don't talk about it, don't breathe about it near me. And now I'm actually like, I could get the second book. I could get the second book. I just need to convince my husband, like, please. Excuse me, I'm so sorry, so rude. But yeah, 3 out of 5 stars, honestly. Again, it wasn't giving a whole lot, but it was an easy read, and I'm behind on my Goodreads goal. So yes, I read it when I was bored of it. I don't want to talk about it, okay? Okay, I know it's not healthy, but leave me alone, man. I got a goal up. Mind your business. Yeah, those are all the books I read during the month of August. That was cringy. I need to redo that. Okay. So, yeah. Yeah, so those were all the books I read in the month of August 2025. And yeah, I'm about $60 broker than I was at the beginning of August for a House of Beating Wings series. Sorry, that was rude of me. I'm so sorry for sticking my tongue out in your face. Okay, I'm gonna go to sleep now. Good night.